Welcome back to the third and final episode of Rockers and Cab Corners on this rusty Silverado. Today we're going to finish the bodywork, sling some paint on this thing, reinstall the box, add a new bumper, and button up the interior. And we'll get this thing back on the road. So, stay tuned. Well, it's been a couple days. I finally got back at this. I did some work off camera just to kind of speed up the process, shorten this a little bit. What we ended up doing was getting this finished, sanded, got the body work done as far as I'm going to go. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for what this truck is. We're going to try and get this tape masked off tonight, and hopefully if I get the other side done, we'll get this in primer. Hopefully get this painted the next day or so, but we'll see how things go. So it's been kind of a slow process, but we're chipping away at it. I mean, it's just what you do. You do it when you got time. It's not a full-time job. It's a project. So here's an update on the other side. Finally got the last coat of mud on, and you know, it's like I say, there is, I mean, I can feel it. There's a low spot right through here. I'm not going to chase it any further. I've messed with it 3 or 4 times, and it's going to need a lot of body filler for that. But finished getting this sanded. We originally did this with 120, and then we'll hit it with 220 to get the sand scratches out, and then we'll go back with 320 and get this primed, masked, and hopefully hopefully get this in primer today. So let's get started. 240. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to take that door off again. Son of a bitch. On a bright note, the new pins fit really tight. The only bright side is, I was smart enough on this side. I use the word smart loosely. To leave the window up. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. I also noticed a bad spot right here. I'm not sure you any better than that. It doesn't look like it's all the way through, so we're gonna try and, it's probably all the way through. Probably a bad idea. So I got that ground out. We'll finish it up. Get that treated really quick with something. Just, you know, stop that corrosion from going on. And then it's not gonna be pretty, not at all. But we'll get the rest of this. I got an electric dual action sander. We'll hit this with, knock the scratches out, and get this zipped down. Myself a fancy spray shield. This plastic I found laying around. You can contour it. Look at that. It's just etch prime. Eats into the metal. Nothing fancy. It's cheaper than hell. You can buy it at Walmart, for Lowe's, for Sam's, Costco probably. So we're gonna let the primer dry for a little bit. That stuff kind of came out, works get you in here. I was gonna say is if you do this, make sure you disconnect the battery, because if your doors aren't on, the dome light is, which means you don't have battery when you come back. It's be gone. So we got that. Yep. So we'll get some of the mess cleaned up and back the truck out of here. Reconnect the battery, jump starter, battery pack, whatever. Reconnect the battery. Back this bad boy out of here. Clean this mess up. Reel it back in, and we'll get her back taped and ready for primer. Don't have mirrors. I kind of like the Jeep no door look. Maybe we'll just run it that way. Nope, winter's coming. Need doors. So we got this side just about finished taped off. Got to the back yet, and front and tire. Make sure this doesn't reach down any further. Got to get this side done real quick and hurry up and get this painted so it can dry, so I can cut it open and drive it back in here for the night. And we're not going to do anything else beyond that tonight. So let's get this side taped off now. I don't really want to be painting in the dark, so I'm kind of in a hurry. The paint we got actually is the overall primer surfacer Dimension Williams brand. Okay, hardener, yep, reducer hardener, got it. Okay, mix ratio. No idea. Gonna need my phone. Visit our website. Oh shit. Alright, stuff says 4:1 on the data sheet, which 411. We do that guy, and then we're gonna fill all the way up to that guy. Maybe. Jesus, what dirty is this thing? Thing's cup out pretty bad. Put this in a waste disposal bin. Okay. This paint's good. Go. Hey, yeah, my next technique worked. Great. Where is it? 4:1. Should have a strainer. Dang it. Alright. There's a fancy strainer. 4:1. This I don't need. Listen at me the whole time. Put in the cup. 4:1. I'm a taper to do that. 4:1. Okay, 95. Way too much. Way too much. Always good to strain your paint thoroughly, multiple times. Alright. Oh, that's the right shit. Gear 733. 658 or 659. Huh. If I can find that. That was a close call. Almost used the wrong stuff. That's what I want. There you go. Come on. Okay, 411, there you are, so 5.5. Perfect. I'm sure like everything else I'm forgetting something, but seems to work. So wait for that to flash off. Go over some stuff real quick. Full disclosure, my neighbor guy's a professional painter, and I told him I was going to do this myself. It's probably a terrible idea because he's way better at this than I ever will be. Anyways, that being said, he gives me advice like, don't paint outside, or you should only paint in a booth. I know, I don't have a booth. I do have a lot of outside though, so we're painting outside. It's going to be full of dirt and runs, and you'll probably see the Bondo marks because it's a work truck. And we're not going that far. We're just going good enough. You know, 20-yarder type stuff. Not this up in your face, you know, shine, perfect mirror reflection. Nope. Mine's going to look more like a horror show mirror reflection. But it won't be rusty, and it will have actual metal. Huge bonus for this truck. I also didn't have to do a lot of wax removal because I've never waxed this. Let's get one more coat on. Also, since I am not a painter, I have no idea how much paint to mix, so I mixed 4 times as much as I need. So I'm on coat number 3. I think we're going to call it here for this next one. So then we'll let it sit for a while and then pull it in and let it sit for the night. And being that it's humid as hell and 80 degrees, both things are highly recommended for painting. Nope. It's going to take a while, and it's probably going to be foggy, so we're going to have to block the heck out of it. But anyways, I'll get that last coat on and we'll get it pulled in. It's the last coat on. Is it perfect? Nope. Did we make a couple screw ups? Yep. This body line should have been down there. Oh well, you'll see it. That's okay. Work truck. This side, not bad. It's definite, you know, you can see the texture right there. You can see it. So we might sand that one. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't take much to fix that. Just real light. Probably one coat and be done. Some mud. Like I said, it's getting late, so let's pick this up tomorrow. See you guys. Day 17. I've been searching forever. Just kidding. So we're back at it today. Got a primer on this yesterday. And again, this is taking slightly longer than I've wanted. Trying to work this in between actual work and kids' sports. Anyways, there's a wave in this thing right here. I know there is. This is probably the only section I'm gonna actually do any fine sanding on because, well, I'll scuff the rest. So it's stuff I have to actually care about. But there is a line right here. And I'm gonna use some guide coat to find it. This happens to be SEM guide coat 38203. Doesn't matter. You can use powder. You can use whatever. Just so I can find it. I know it's there. This will show me where I need to go. Like I say, this is the only part that's going to be visible to anything. That and the back, you know, this much of the corner on the other side. So we get the guide coat on there. A little quick little scuff with this guy. I should block this. Just some 600. You can do wet or dry. Probably should be doing wet, otherwise I'm going to go through this paper real fast. I don't have very much of it. But I'll go grab block center and we'll get to blocking this. Somebody watching this is probably saying, hey, you're doing that wrong. And I probably am. But I'm not a painter. We're trying to just make it 20 yarder maybe. Well, the cab anyways, not so much fenders. Shh, don't tell them. The other side, because this side was way too much fun. All around. We're getting close. Someday we're gonna paint. Maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend, maybe I don't know. Now, this side should go pretty fast. I'm not gonna fight this shit. I'll just redo it later. I have to move the tape lines anyways, so just on half of it. That tape being the weakest stuff ever. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, see, we were gonna take it off anyways, because this is my fault. Alright, this says paint this side. Well, mine said all the writing backwards. So the paint doesn't stick to that side, so it flakes off. So it'd blow off. So it was gonna have to come off anyways. Whatever. Let's get rolling on sanding this side. Well, that does it for sanding. We're gonna wipe down, cleaned up, and then we'll remask everything. Hopefully get ready for paint. Just got her masked off again. Didn't tape it or film it. I taped it. I did film it. Plastic. I didn't record it though. Anyways, so that's ready. Next, we're gonna mix some paint. Bam! Sunfire, which just screams quality. Sherwin-Williams, cheapest stuff they had. You could get it off of eBay, but I was trying to actually match, so we'll get close. Anyways, if it's close, I can touch up other stuff at some point in time. But we'll get this mixed up and we'll spray the base on. A couple coats. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So, anyways, so we'll get this mixed and get some spraying. Like I said, I got this paint, Sherwin-Williams. I don't know how good it is. Holy crap. It looks way darker than that vehicle. I just want to say that. And it's got metallic in it too. Which means I'm probably going to screw this up a lot. 1-to-1-to-1. Well, that's easy enough. 1-1. Huh. Yeah, let's go for that one. Alright, there. You know what? I want to try something. You do this with the tape. Very least, you should be able to keep it running on the side of the can. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. If you do this with the tape, you should be able to keep it running on the side of the can, which is annoying as heck. About there. Perfect. Not gonna lie, it worked really well. I don't think it's going to be enough paint. We're going with 2. Probably too carried away. I got to tack rag this down real quick, so I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. It don't take much, does it? Not sure what the correct PSI is. I'm just going to assume 35. That's safe for most things. Tires. Basketballs. Probably paint. We don't know. Because apparently they're right on the can. And it's one of those things you probably should just know. But I don't, because I don't paint things. Make sure the gun works before we get too crazy. Kind of gurgly. A little lacquer thinner down the throat first. Make sure she works as expected. Alright, see how all this stuff sprays. The test panel. Don't have one. Well, I think the color we got is going to be slightly off. It looks darker than what this truck is. But then again, what's 30 years of sun fading do? I don't know. So we'll get this laid down here and see where we're at. So, in order to do another coat of that, I'm going to have to mix up some more paint, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. It's not that I'm a painting expert again or anything, but we're supposed to wait 40 minutes before we can clear this. We'll see what happens in 40 minutes. Alright. You get to watch me make a movie. Alright, clear coat time. Again, no idea what I'm doing. Let's do statement. Fucking up. But he's a professional. Right there, that guy. Pinch hitter.
Oh, she's orange peeling. I don't know if it's too thick or what. Like gravel burn.
What's that?
Like gravel burn.
So this guy, pinch hitter, right here, painter, that's what he does. And when he sees me really screwing up, he takes over. But anyways, first coat of clear, we'll throw another one on. And yeah, probably let her sit for tonight. But alright, cool. Alright, it's late. And we got the clear on. Is it perfect? No. Come out okay? I think so. Nope, that was crazy. It's the next day. I don't know how far back I'm going to show you guys or not, or how far I fast forwarded, but I started clear coating yesterday. Just get a little quick recap. And neighbor, friend, guy showed up. Saw what I was doing, and I wasn't doing it correctly. So he took over, finished clearing it for me. So anyways, thanks Craig for that. But we're gonna get this all tore apart today. And before you guys start saying that the paint doesn't match, I'm gonna tell you, it does. This paint is 30 years old and faded to the bejesus. And we checked, I pulled a paint code, it 100% matches the inside of the doors, which has not seen sunlight in umpteen years. Eventually, we may repaint this whole truck, and if I do, I'm not going to keep guessing what color it is, so we're just going to go with this. And then we have the paint code, which we pulled out the RPO code, which you can find inside the glove box, and it tells you which color you have. So this is the correct paint color. It is going to be darker, which is fine. It'll look okay. I'm okay with it. So let's get this thing unwrapped and see how she came out. Big unveil. This is the difference here to here. It's gonna have a thing here. I think it'll be fine. You will not, more than likely, not know it yet. You'll see that. That's whatever. It's in the door jamb, but we don't care. It's close enough for the women I dance with. And again, this side, you won't see this either because box goes to here ish, probably there, up to there. So anyways, cool. Let's finish getting this unwrapped and possibly thinking about maybe putting a door back on, or three doors. I need some help. These are heavy. Probably talked about this a few times, but inside here I ground that out and actually sprayed it with a thing called Fast Etch. The Fast Etch is from Eastwood, but I'm gonna just prime that and just leave it. We're not gonna paint it. We don't care. It's covered up by the carpet. I just wanted to get it. You know, the rust spots were, it was real bad in a couple spots, and a little bit of preventive maintenance so it doesn't look like the other side. So I'll get that primed. And then I got some seam sealer, keeps the water from coming up and in, because we cut out the seam sealer. That was bad. That's what the water intrusion is coming from. So let's do that right now before I put the door on. Got my custom shield here. Should I have done this before I painted? Yeah, probably. If I didn't, oh, where that went. Test area, make sure it does okay. I'm actually gonna do this the right way. Why would you do it this way? I don't know honestly. So we're actually gonna do 2 coats of that. It dries fast, zips in there, it's not a big deal. So we'll let that set up and very nice. I like it. Cool. Side actually has a little more metal than the other side did. More surface area. So that'll be more noticeable. See? Can't even see the line. From 40 yards. I don't know if I told you this or not, but you can barely see this. But again, this is a work truck. Since I had to take driver's door off again, now is going to be a good time to install the thing I forgot to, which would be these bushings in the door. Half are on the truck, half are in the door. Use this guy, the old pen, as a driver. Try and flat tapping it out. I think this will work just fine. Small ones on the bottom, they're different sizes. Make sure you remember that. Small ones on the bottom. And drive them in the direction you drove the other one in. Just push right in on that one. Huh, really? No, it's not loose at all. I can take it out with my hand. It's severely worn. Look at that. Next. Did I do that right? Nope. Yeah, bring us on top. Let's wiggle. Good. See if we can get this door on. Ugh. All right. Always make sure you do this by yourself. Hold this. It's a bear hug. Okay. Let's do it backwards. Oh, damn it. Boom. Oh, I suggest everybody do that by themselves at least 30 or 80 times. Whew, where's the hammer? Get a hammer. We got C-clips and these little pins. Whoa! A really long screw that I don't know where it came from. Look at these ends, we can shut the door because these are the door holding thing. Get off me! How's it going? I'd show you this, but there's kind of a not much to see here thing. Okay. You know what? Color coding or matching, not bad. Color matching, not bad. I mean, look at this baby in the sun, and you'll really see the difference. Also, that side hasn't been washed in 10 years. What do I gotta do? Oh yeah, let's get C-clips on this door, and then we can say this is done. And then I think we're either gonna try and use this lift to lift the door, or we're gonna phone a friend. I haven't decided yet, because that is heavy. Doors are on. Bushings are in. Pins have been redone in the doors. C-clips have been installed. Floor has been treated, galvanized, primed, and painted. And that's actually why I'm not wrapping up the interior right now. I got to do some stuff to finish putting that back together, because if you saw me when I took it apart, I had to break some stuff off to get it out because it was rotted off. So when that dries, we'll readdress that and we'll get the interior buttoned up. But in the meantime, since the doors are on, which means this thing can go outside and sit in the rain, that's fine with me. Also, yeah, I can get it out of my way, and then we can get to working on the box, which I need this real estate for, and possibly the bumper. And there's a few things with the bumper we got to do, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out yet. So we're going to kind of feel our way through that one. So, all right, moving on. This box has been sitting in my shop or my office for going on 2 years now, and I'm tired of walking around it, so we're gonna put it on this truck. And it's a bumper. I don't know how much work we're gonna have to do to get the old one tore apart and the parts off of it, and I don't know. It's an old truck. We just kind of work through it one step at a time, I guess. I really hope this has the plastic on it. That'll make my life so much easier. Like I said, I've never opened it. Wow. Hey, it's got the plastic on it. Go me. And I know some people are saying this bumper's too nice for that truck. And, well, you're right. But I have it. I've had it for years. If I ever buy another truck like that, I'll take the bumper with me. Not a problem. But inside wise, got some goodies. What we got here? Ooh, chrome license plate lights and bulbs. good, because I was looking at those other ones going, those are garbage. I think I got this from LNC. I don't remember. I was in the process of fixing up another truck, and I think that's when I got this. So it's been a while. Looking at some of this in here, I think some of these welds, here, get you to see these welds. I think we'll hit those with some spray paint really fast. Just so they're done, and so we don't have to, deal with that. And with those spray paint, just we don't have to deal with that in a short while. But license plate brackets, bolts, fancy chrome. I won the lottery. So with that, basically what I have to do is just get some brackets off of that to mount to the vehicle, which that makes this so much easier. So let's get the wires in this guy. These lights pushed in, and yeah, we'll get ready for brackets. So these welds in here, we're gonna hit them with some primer. Looks like these light brackets and housing, like I said before, literally just push in. So you can see this right here. Point that towards your license plate. Done. Ish. That's all there is to it. Alright, gotta have license plate bolts. Ooh, let the air out. These literally just pop into these square holes here. Maybe, there we go. And then we'll get the license plate on after a bit, but we'll just put these in here so we don't lose them. One. Two. Give it around. So it appears this guy goes out of the driver's side. That would be over here. So we'll just, insert this guy. I figured that was going to happen. It's a two-hander. I can't imagine that stays. I think that's going to be epoxy before we're done. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Based on the quality of that, you know what? I know what's missing. It's over there. I'll show you. I was thinking epoxy at first, but nope. Dumber and simpler than that. I mean, those just do a half turn like an old 1057 light bulb. That's right. Anyways, I'll show you what we're missing. Retainer clips. Yep. We're going to try and somehow get these on. See if it makes so you guys can see. Oh, this just goes up and in somehow, maybe. And that's it. It's pretty simple. Slips right in. Okay, we need brackets. They're on that other one. The bolt holding them haven't come off in years, so I'm sure they will fall right off. So let's get that up here and get to tearing into it. There. Light. Nope. Okay, same story. Rusty ass bolts. We're gonna do the right thing, and we're just gonna nuke it because we don't care about any of this. Maybe the license plate, but that's it. Where's my torch? Well, that one's spinning from the backside. Damn. Well, shoot. You know, I've been thinking about this bolt quite a bit. We're just going to cut a hole in the bumper. Because I don't care, but I need the bolt. Do I? No, I need the bracket. I don't give a shit about the bolt. I can cut it off on this side too, but if I can save it, I will. Bolts are, they've seen better days. They got some life in them yet. Then I could get an impact straight in there, zip this off, and we're done. So let's get that bolt out somehow. We just got the hole cut, and here's why. I need to get to that nut. And there was no other way to do it. I mean, technically, if you're trying to save this, I guess you could take off the plastic and just drill a hole, a circle right behind that, and you'd never see it. But I don't know. That's the problem for somebody else. Get this bolt off. So we're going to plan G or X, or I don't know what we're on. We're just going to try and cut the head off that bolt. Probably should have done that to start with. One. More of you don't have to cut off like that. Cut you all off. You got any bolts? I don't need you. Well, we're going to try sandblasting these things because I've got it. So why not? You got to remember, if you're switching from painting to sandblasting, you might, and I mean just might, have to crank up the regulator, pressure on the regulator on this thing. Pressure cranked. Let's try it again. I managed getting everything sandblasted last night. It's not the fastest thing in the world. I just happen to have it, and whatever. It's a Harbor Freight machine, and it does the job. But what I did, if you see my other videos, I built this guy, and this is a giant powder coating booth. Not booth, oven. And what I'm doing, I got the parts cleaned up and on hooks, and they're in here, and they're outgassing right now. So basically, you heat them up. So any moisture, grime, crud, whatever, gets off the parts, so they'll stick better. So you guessed it, next step's we're going to powder coat them. So let me get those out of there. We'll hang them up here, and we'll get some powder thrown on them. The color is, if it matters, is Sherwin-Williams. What is that, 3 something? No. Sherwin-Williams gloss black. 15 minutes at 380 degrees. Let's see if we can get this camera over here so the light doesn't get you guys too much. So the gun I use is it's not Eastwood, it's yeah, it is. It's Eastwood. Of course it is. This is wrong. That's wrong too. This is not right. muscle stopped. So anyway, it's an Eastwood gun system, Sherwin-Williams paint. I'm not an expert at all with this. In fact, I'm not even very good at it. But it was cheap, so I do it. I'm just putting them back in there as we take them out. They'll get warm, sticks a little better. So I did make a series of videos on this. It's actually what kind of got me started doing these videos. And you can check that out. But the quick and dirty and what you're looking at here, this actually is a 4 filing cabinets that were put together and an old oven off of Facebook. I built it as cheap as I possibly could. It's got a relay which runs all the digital in that black box back there. You can see it in there. Even kept the fan and the light, so it works really good. Plus, it's got a separator or divider in the middle. So right now, I'm only really heating the bottom, and the thermostat everything's down there. If you want to, and like I did earlier, I did a hitch. It's too tall, so we took the divider out and heats the whole thing. It works. It actually works better than if I had to buy one. That's for certain, because I priced building this with actual materials. And we were well over $1,000. I can't remember what the actual price was, but it was like $500. Most of that was insulation. So check out that video. I'll put a link in the description. So we got the parts in there. So the nice part about this being an oven has the features of an oven. So you can do stuff like cancel. Want to bake? We want those to be at the parts at 380. So we're going to go higher than that. We'll put this at 410. We'll start it. And we'll keep checking on that with this guy, digital thermometer from Harbor Freight also. And I think 380, we'll let it run out for 15 minutes. We'll just shut it off, we'll let it cool inside there. So, all right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm just gonna let the video run. No. All right, she's done. Cancel. All right, shiny parts. There they are. Now we'll let them cool off, and then we'll reassemble the bumper. The brackets are done. It's not the best powder coating job ever, but you know what? It's good enough. It'll work. However, I'm going to get this loosely bolted on here. And I say loosely because this is an aftermarket bumper, and as I'm looking at it, this bracket, the distance between here and here is a lot less than the distance between here and here. So that being the case, and it's aftermarket, and everybody knows how well aftermarket parts fit, we're going to leave them loose. We're just going to get them on there and out of the way, because we need to keep rolling this project because I am running out of time, and I still have to get the box, well, cleaned up and done. So we get these bolted on here quick, and then try and figure out what to do with that box. So I'm taking your advice. We got the box off, said the heck with it, went and got 3 other people and flipped her over. We are going to sandblast the bottom of this. Started to a little bit, just kind of see how it's going to do. Bring all that scale off of there. This I'm going to cut off. And get it cleaned up. And then I'm going to come back and take, I think, fast etch, get it and galvanize all the pitted stuff so it doesn't keep rusting. And then either, I haven't decided, Raptor red liner coating on the bottom, not the side. We're not fixing the sides. Calm down. No, just the bed here. And then either Raptor coating or more of that zero rust. You just paint that on. I might do that because I have it, and it's cheaper than the Raptor stuff. And I think this is actually what it's made for. So that being said, I'll get covered up and we'll get started sandblasting. Okay, just finished blasting the box. Did I have to? No, but I wanted to get the scale off, and that was a pretty effective way to do it. So I'm just going to throw a coat of this on there, which is like POR, but cheaper. Anyways, so finish vacuuming all that stuff out best I can. We'll try and reclaim some of the sand and use later. And then we can get a coat, at least one coat of this on tonight. So we're losing the light, but that's all right. We'll do this quick. So what we're gonna do is get up underneath here, and we're gonna throw some of this on, glob it on, not up around here because I don't want it to run down. We'll come back, clean that up later. But yeah. So let's get the globbing. Leaving, globbing, globbing, leaving. In the window. Let it go. Gotta let it go. Ooh. We should stir that. Something. So, anyways, while I'm stirring this, this is zero rust, straight to, it's DTM, direct to metal, or direct over rust. It's an encapsulator. I don't think it converts anything. It just stops air from getting to it. It takes away part of the equation to make rust. So, well, we'll throw a coat on this, go from there. Well, I just finished. It's late, and so it's kind of hard to see, but that's how she came out. I'll give you a better shot in the morning when I get a chance to actually see how it looks, because I'm painting black things in the dark. Anyways, I think we're going to call it a night. Till tomorrow. Well, sun's out. Guns out. Just kidding. Anyways, hey, let's take a look at this thing. It's done. Here's how she came out. Yeah, again, we're not getting into this stuff. It's just, whatever, last minute decision. We did internal coating on these. Eastwood internal coating. and then the rest of this is at zero rust. But all in all, I like the way it came out. It's pretty good. I just did that so they sprayed with that black crap. So for the internal frame coating, we use this guy, internal frame coating, Eastwood. Then you use this. So this goes on the end here, and then I have it attached to a piece of TIG filler rod. And so what that allows you to do is you can just stick it down, you know, and guide it all the way. So that way, if you want to know how far you got, you know, you can look. It actually works pretty good. It actually works pretty well. So I like it. But anyways, I got this, and then I use a can of oh gosh, aerosol lacquer thinner, basically paint thinner in a spray can, and then I can just clean this out and reuse this, because you get one of these every time, but I don't like messing with it. I don't like fabricating every time, so we just keep this guy. So you made it this far. Congratulations. Well, hopefully we get reassemble time. We're at the bottom. We've bottomed out on stuff we're disassembling and tearing apart. Now it's putting back together. Left to do, put the box back on, put the bumper back on with the brackets, bolt the box down, tighten the bolts on the bumper, get into the cab, and finish the interior plastic there. We got to figure out something for that yet. Remember we broke it off? Had to cut off those risers. Well, I got a plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. Not going to get into it. I want to spoil it. Stay tuned. Time to reassemble the, well, weather stripping and put the trim piece back on both sides. And first things first, before we do that, we have to seam seal this seam right along here inside. There's a gap. Yeah. So we'll do that quick, but we're going to use Delco seam sealer. So I'll put a bead of that right along that crack there, and then smooth it out with my finger. Then we'll wait 60 minutes or less, and then reinstall everything else. Go. Passenger side. Well, we didn't remove the top of the fender, if you remember right, or the fender rocker. All we did was cut alongside, so it doesn't technically need seal, but I did it anyways, just so it was done. Because, you know, I think part of the reason that it was bad on the other side is that seam gave out. So this should help, you know, fix that, if that's the issue. Otherwise, whatever. I had the tube, and I'm not going to seam seal anything else anytime soon. It'll probably go bad before I use it. So I'm using it, and whatever, it's done. Finally had a chance to get some extra nuts to go with the bolts so we can finish getting this bumper put back together. I don't know why I'm wearing that orange glove. Anyways, so let's get these on here loosely fit, and then we will put it on the truck right there and leave it loose, so that way you put the box back on. Awesome. So you remember, and maybe I didn't show it, but in the process when I was cleaning up the cab corners, there's this tiny hole here, right? Bad spot cut out, and to fix that, I'm just going to laminate it with seam sealer. That seems like the right thing to do. And a piece of tin. In fact, here's the tin. There it is. And we're just gonna kind of, you know, do this. Oh, might not even need the magnet, and then smooth that out. Now to find the bumper bolts, which if you watched earlier, I put in a Ziploc bag with apparently every other bolt for this. That was smart. So I'm not really sure the order of these bolts need tightened up, but I'm sure it's going to be a huge pain in the rear. But that's just how working on this stuff goes. So I think I'm going to tighten up these over here. Maybe that'll stiffen something up. I don't know. I'm just going to set the box on. We'll see what it does. It's way more challenging the second time. I'm sure the third will be easier. Okay, I'm gonna spin this thing around, tighten some bolts. Currently using my custom alignment bumper tool here. Yep. That is a shovel. Red-handled one, things from Lowe's. If you don't have a shovel, possibly you could use a rake or maybe a hoe. You got options. Well, I think I got the mystery solved on to how to fix these little guys. I got some PEX tubing. Scooch them underneath. Try it out. So round two, we're gonna use some shorter ones. I got a glow going to me. Jesus is a right. Nope. It's way better. I like it. Let's sneak some other ones in here and good to go. Good. That worked. Kind of a bold statement, like you have arrived. I like it. So I got it in here one more time real quick, and I figured I'd give you guys a better close-up of it. So here's how she came out. I mean, it's got some orange peel in it, but it's okay. Like I say, just ignore the rusting door or the fender that's gone or the holes here. There, it is what it is. It's an old truck, and this one is a passenger side. Yeah, really good. And same thing. I mean, yeah, I've got some Bondo lines in it still, but again, it's a work truck. It's a daily driver. I just want it to look nice for a couple more years. Get a few more miles out of it before she dies. Goes off to the truck heaven. I don't know. There's one. Anyways, so there it is, done. One more thing to do, and then we're done with this project. I think that wraps up this project. So far we knocked out the cab corners, rockers, rust-proofed the other side of the bed, and added a new bumper. I think that's all we're going to do for now on her. Get her back on the road for a few more years and not looking horrible. I mean, yeah, it's still got rust in some spots, but bushwhackers, maybe that's the next one. I don't know. Anyways, appreciate you guys who made it this far. Hey, thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next project.